Hi there, we're so happy you've joined us for another informative edition of Jamaica Magazine, and I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Today we continue to keep you informed about what government is doing to battle COVID-19 and give you mental health and preparation tips. Yes, I did say preparation. The primary exit profile ability test is around the corner. So sit back and relax for these and much more right after this message.
We have to institute even stronger measures. It is clear that the level of compliance is not going to be achieved by virtue of moral suasion or appealing to the public.
As a result, Jamaicans must brace for tighter COVID-19 measures, including 3 weekends of lockdown to include the Easter holiday. On March 26, April 1 and April 9, all workplaces and businesses except for those in the essential services will close at noon. Weekend lockdown starts at midday on Saturday, March 27 and will continue all day on March 28, lifting at 5 a.m. on Monday, March 29. The nightly curfew reverts to 8 p.m. on March 29 until Holy Thursday on April 1. Lockdown will be in place for Good Friday on April 2, lifting at 5 a.m. the following day. On April 3, curfew starts at noon and continues all day Easter Sunday and Monday, ending at 5 a.m. on Tuesday, April 6. The nightly curfew will revert to the 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. hours on April 6 to April 10. On Saturday, April 10, the weekend lockdown starts at midday, continues all day Sunday, lifting at 5 a.m. on April 12.
Those measures, we believe, will significantly reduce the infection rate, will reduce our what they call the R0, the reproductive rate, and bring our hospitalizations down and relieve the stress on our health system.
For health's sake, abide by the COVID-19 protocols.
There's a new turn of events in government's COVID-19 response measures. The country has received its first batch of vaccines, and many have already taken the needed steps towards building immunity. In this upcoming feature, we look at the beginning of the end of the COVID-19 pandemic.
On Monday, March 8, 2021, an atmosphere of relief was almost palpable among Jamaicans waiting to access COVID-19 vaccines that would offer protection against the highly contagious and deadly coronavirus. This as the first batch of vaccines arrived on the island that afternoon. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, and Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith were at the Norman Manley International Airport to receive the shipment. 50,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines arrived as a gift from the government and people of India. This precedes the majority of vaccines procured by the Jamaican government, with a total of 4 million doses scheduled to arrive in the country in the coming weeks. Within 48 hours of the arrival of the first shipment of COVID-19 vaccines, the Ministry of Health and Wellness began administering the vaccines to health workers on the front line in the battle against COVID-19 and to vulnerable Jamaicans across the country.
All across Jamaica, primarily in our healthcare facilities, vaccines are being administered. So it is a historic day, and it represents a major shift in the approach now that vaccines are available. And we believe could signal the beginning of the end. As long as we have the supplies and the people are willing to take the vaccine, the beginning of the end for any significant threat that this COVID-19 virus represents.
Public health nurse Marcia Thomas Yetman was the first Jamaican on the island to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Nurse Thomas Yetman, who has been serving the profession for up to 27 years and is employed to the Southeast Regional Health Authority (SERA), was among a group of 40 persons inoculated with the AstraZeneca vaccine at the Good Samaritan Inn in Kingston on March 11. Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding and his wife Lorna, as well as former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, were also among those who got the jab on the first day. They are encouraging other Jamaicans to do the same. Nurse Thomas Yetman says in the moments leading up to receiving the vaccine, she was nervous as she has a fear of the needle.
This vaccine is safe. Thousands and thousands of people across the world have been vaccinated with this vaccine. And they're still alive, they're still doing well, and complications are minimal based on what we have been told from studies done. And so I would encourage persons to sign up and get your vaccines as soon as it's available to you.
I am recommending all Jamaicans, especially like me, the vulnerable, to be vaccinated. I'm begging you.
Today is my first shot, thank God. It's a relief. It was an awesome experience. The organization here is fantastic. Keeping also with all of the protocols, so the social distancing, the mask, and of course the sanitizing. The shot does not hurt. Little burn does not hurt, no more than any other vaccine. And it's the start of freedom. It's the first step. As you know, those of us over 60 are on stay-at-home orders. It's been a year, Minister. And it's time for us to get back to normal life, to exercise, etc. And this is the start. Not over. The journey has to wait for the second shot, but it's time. And I think it's a relief for the country that we have got to this point, and you have another piece in the armory. Doesn't mean we can stop masking, social distancing, sanitizing, but now you have your fourth.
Day one of the vaccination program continued across some 70 sites within the 4 regional health authorities, where some 3,280 persons within the vulnerable groups received the first dose of the vaccine. Healthcare workers in St. James turned out in large numbers to take the first of the 2 jabs of the COVID-19 vaccine.
I'm happy to lead by example. It was a smooth process. I was ready for it.
I've been looking forward to the vaccine reaching. I'm very excited, and I'm so happy that I'm here today and I have received my first dose of the vaccine.
Community health aide Philip Dehaney is included among the first set of persons in Jamaica to be inoculated against the coronavirus.
Being a member of the health sector, I decided to lead by example, took the vaccine. So far, there's nothing, just like a regular flu shot. There's nothing really much to feel.
March 10, exactly 1 year after the first case of the coronavirus was confirmed in the country, Jamaicans are feeling relief at the start of the program to give citizens access to vaccines against the coronavirus.
It's absolutely critical that we receive the vaccines. You will see hospitalizations and indeed deaths likely come down. And so there is a lot of value to be gained by getting as many vulnerables on board as possible. So tell your mothers, tell your aunts, listen out for yourselves if you're over 60, and take the vax, because the vax is what will help you to guard against the COVID virus, and indeed help your relatives, your friends, those who you come in contact with, for the same benefit.
Hello, my name is Abby and I'm going to show you how I stay healthy, safe and smart. Remember kids, always do this with your parents present. After I work out, I must rehydrate myself. Big pig, big cannot find his weak. This is how I stay smart, by reading. Kids, remember, the kitchen is not for you. This is how I stay safe. When I'm tired of inside, I come on the balcony and get some cool breeze.
Practice good hygiene by washing your hands frequently using soap and water. Here's how you should do it while conserving water. Turn on the tap to wet your hands, then turn off the pipe. Lather your hands and the tap with soap. Turn on the tap and wash your hands, back, front, and in between fingers. Use some of the water to wash off the tap, then turn it off. Dry your hands with disposable hand towels. If you don't have running water, use a hand rub containing 62% or more alcohol. If hand sanitizers are not available, rubbing alcohol, Dettol, white rum, or household bleach will do the trick. And if all else fails, let hand washing and the handling of potable water be a two-person event. Each person will take turns pouring and washing hands with sitting water. Now is a good time to consider installing a tap on your containers to reduce the risk of water contamination. Faucets can be easily attached to drums, buckets, or 5-gallon water bottles. And to ensure that the outside of the containers are clean when recapping, disinfect it with hand rub containing alcohol that's 62% or more. The 5 R's of water conservation are also necessary to practice. Reduce water wastage by investing in water-saving devices. Reuse water at least twice before discarding. Replace leaking pipes, faucets, and other plumbing equipment. Recycle wastewater and use it for gardening, car washing, or cleaning of public spaces. And reclaim water through rainwater harvesting. We all must play our part to ensure there's water to combat the coronavirus and stave off prolonged drought.
My name is Maishkin, and this is how I stay happy.
Get us set. Go. Ooh. Down. Come on, touch your toes. Up again. Up, 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 up. Sideways now. Nice. Next foot. Next one. Nice. All right. Kick it out now. Flash it out. 1, 2, 3. All right. And up. Up now. Up. 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 And then in. Come. Up again. Then touch your toes. Come touch that one over there.
We're finished. We're going to wash our hands.
All right. What is that in your hands?
So,
What kind of soap?
a yellow.
Wow. All right. Let me help you. All right. Rub it together. Rub it in your fingers. Wash it. Wash it. Nice. Rub it in your fingers. Let me see. Nice.
informing.
Jamaica today confirmed its first imported case of coronavirus.
Educating.
If you follow the recommended procedures, it is highly likely that you will not get the disease.
Going beyond to keep you informed and connected.
Welcome together, Fat.
Even through the pandemic. Helping you stay safe while we protect ourselves. Dependable. Impactful. Accurate.
This is your JIS News.
Credible. Trustworthy. Every day, everywhere. Serving our customers proudly.
Where we find ourselves experiencing feelings of fear, hurt, anxiety, and other emotional and mental challenges caused by COVID-19, there are several things that can be done to create a safe haven. Find out how.
It is normal to feel sad, stressed, confused, scared, or overwhelmed during a crisis such as that caused from the COVID-19 pandemic. But there's no need to. For one, we must first inform ourselves about this disease through reliable sources to determine our risk and precautions to take. This can go a far way in calming our fears and ensuring our safety. Keeping in touch with family and friends and talking to people you trust, even as we practice social distancing, can help prevent panicking and keep you in good spirits. If you must stay at home during this period, try to maintain a healthy lifestyle of proper diet, adequate sleep, and regular exercise. Don't use smoking, alcohol, or other drugs to deal with your emotions. If you feel overwhelmed, talk to someone about it, a healthcare provider or counselor that you can call. Ensure that you're fully engaged in something constructive to occupy your time. An arrangement with your employer to work from home where possible is good in helping to keep up normal daily routines. Limit the time you and your family spend watching, listening, or in conversations about COVID-19 that you perceive as scary or upsetting to avoid being overwhelmed. Make sure you are in the know generally, but try to engage more in other things or change the topic of your conversations to things you enjoy talking about. Draw on the skills that have helped you manage previous adversities. It's important to try to maintain some sort of daily agenda so that the days are not wasted and you'll feel more accomplished. Focus on activities that make you feel happy, like reading a book, watching your favorite show, playing video games with your family, or telling stories. Do some gardening or chores around the home too. Children too need to be provided with the information to help them understand the risks without becoming scared and confused. Use age-appropriate language to teach them about hand washing, cough and sneezing etiquette, and social distancing. It's also important to reassure them about what could happen if they start feeling sick and may have to go to the hospital so doctors can help them feel better. In the meantime, ensure their learning continues even as schools are out. And give them extra time and attention. Listen, speak kindly, comfort them, and of course, make time to play. When it comes to easing fear and anxiety around COVID-19, just consider that once we do what's necessary to protect ourselves and prevent spread, we should be well. If we do get sick, rest assured our doctors are trained to manage the illness and help us recover. And yes, while we maintain proper cough etiquette, cover our noses when we sneeze, and practice social distancing, we must treat each other with care and respect. Don't be startled by every cough or sneeze. Remember, not everyone who does has the virus. Take care of yourself, support others, don't panic.
Here are some useful tips for the upcoming Primary Exit Profile Ability Test.
We're so close to the PEP exams that I can almost feel the nerve. But feeling nervous is natural, unless you haven't been studying. You are studying, right? Yes, some of us have been and some of us haven't. I have some tips that will get you preparation ready. Get it?
The first step is to study. Get your books, pencils, and tablets and go to a quiet area. My mom makes me study at the same time every day, so it's like a routine now. I suggest that you do it as well. Also, ask for help if you don't understand a question. Here's the next tip. Prepare your pencils and eraser and everything else that you need for the exam before going to bed. Then go to your bed early and get a good night's sleep. Wake up early the morning of the exam. Being late can cause you to become anxious. Also, have a filling breakfast. You don't want to be hungry while doing the exam. Ask mommy or daddy to take you to the examination center early. And remember, the new date for the ability test is May 26.
The administration of the ability test will be in all primary level institutions, presided over by external persons contracted by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Given that our grade 6 students will only be required to take the ability test component of the PEP 6, how do we know who goes to what high school? We will use the same methodology we did last year. So having used the ability test and the performance task exams from grade 4 to place our students in high school, what arrangements are there for the makeup of areas of the grade 6 curriculum that were not covered? The ministry will administer diagnostic tests, not to be confused with the ability tests, at the grade 6 level to gather data on the students' achievements of the National Standard Curriculum. Data from this assessment will be sent to the high schools in which the students are placed. This diagnostic instrument will be administered by classroom teachers. You may be aware that the National Standards Curriculum allows for the aspects of the curriculum that were not covered at the primary level to be covered at the secondary level at grade 7. This would require, however, that the number of school days be increased.
Finally, while you are doing your PEP exams, relax and do your best. You've got this. I believe in you.
There are essential nutrients that each of us need to consume in our diet to gain and maintain optimal health. Well, up next, find out what these nutrients are and the foods that contain them.
Eating healthy by having a balanced diet consisting of items from all the food groups and consuming the right portions is important to get the nutrients vital for disease prevention, growth, and good health. Essential nutrients are building blocks for the cells that make up the body, from bone to muscle, skin, and hair. One of the most critical ones is protein, which is made up of different amino acids, some of which the body can make on its own. We need a variety of proteins to function properly, many of which can only come from the foods we eat. Meats, fish, and eggs are essential sources from animals, while plant sources include beans, nuts, and some grains. How much protein you need daily depends on a variety of factors, including how active you are and your age. Carbohydrates are the main nutrients for fueling the body's energy needs, especially our central nervous system and brain. They help protect against diseases, but some carbohydrates are healthier than others. Some healthy sources include your fresh produce, such as yam, banana, breadfruit, and tubers, as well as whole grains, fiber-rich vegetables, and fruits. Less healthy sources include refined grains and products with added sugar. Fats often get a bad rap, but it's important to know that healthy fats are essential to our body's function. Fats aid in vitamin and mineral absorption, blood clotting, building cells, and muscle movement. Fats are high in calories, which is a measure of energy from foods, but the World Health Organization recommends keeping daily calorie intake from fat at under 30%. Including healthy fats, which are the unsaturated fats in your diet, can help balance blood sugar, decrease the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and improve brain function. Healthy fats are also powerful anti-inflammatories and can lower the risk for arthritis, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Some of the well-known unsaturated fats are the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Sources of these healthy fats include fish, seeds, nuts and vegetable oils, olive, avocado, and flax seeds. Trans fats are to be avoided, and we should also limit our intake of saturated fats, of which the main sources are animal-based and include butter, cheese, red meat, and ice cream. Vitamins are organic compounds essential for normal growth and are required in small quantities. There are 13 essential vitamins that the body needs, and these help lower the risk of diseases such as lung and prostate cancer. Vitamin A supports healthy vision, skin, and bones. Powerful antioxidants like vitamin C boost the immune system and helps the body heal. Eating a varied and well-balanced diet of fruits and vegetables should supply the body with the required vitamins. Minerals are also important nutrients needed for building strong bones and teeth. They help with regulating our body's metabolism and keeping us properly hydrated. The mineral calcium strengthens bones and teeth and helps with nerve signal transmission. It also helps to maintain healthy blood pressure and with muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron supports red blood cells and hormone creation, while the mineral zinc boosts the immune system and wound healing. The body also needs water, which improves brain function and mood, and acts as a shock absorber and lubricant in the body. Water also flushes our toxins, carries nutrients to cells, hydrates the body, and prevents constipation. Even mild dehydration can make us feel tired and impair concentration and physical performance. In addition to drinking water, we can hydrate ourselves by eating fruits and vegetables such as spinach and watermelon. Start treating your body right. As you grab your next meal, make sure you're getting all the nutrients needed in their right proportion.
We've come to the end of another journey. Thanks for your company. But be sure to join us again tomorrow for another show. Until then, continue to watch these and other programs by logging on to our website, jis.gov.jm, or subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's both Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Until next time, take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.